Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, rabbits and squirrels, how in the hell are you? You got that right, Bassmanian Devil coming at you one more time. Now, for me, the weekend 2 of the beta, Modern Warfare beta, is officially over. So, I wanted to take a quick opportunity before I head back to the grindstone at work tomorrow to give my final thoughts and impressions on weekend 1 and weekend 2 combined. I didn't do one after weekend 1. I wanted to get the whole experience with crossplay and, leave any bugs from weekend 1 aside to see if they got fixed in weekend 2 for the crossplay experience, and etc., etc., etc. So I withheld a video after weekend 1. But time is up. The first thing I wanted to discuss, overall, the game, in my opinion, it's an okay game. I don't foresee it being something that I crave to play, for lack of a better term. That I'm really excited to finally get it on October 25th. The 2v2 set a very high bar in my books, and the rest of it, once it came out, fell short of that bar for me. I want you guys to formulate your own opinion. If you enjoy the game, great, enjoy it, play the fucking hell out of it. That's great. This that's just part of life. Everybody enjoys something different. But I'm just giving my personal thoughts and opinions on this. The 2v2 is absolutely awesome. I thoroughly enjoy it no matter what. The rest of it, not so much. Before I get into too much detail, I will say this. I am rather disappointed in Infinity Ward because in weekend 1 we had massive amounts of problems in getting a full party into a match. You would play a match, you'd have to back out, disband the party, recreate the party, go back in, search for another match, and then you'd get to play. Okay, weekend 1 beta, okay, it's a bug. Now they know about it. They'll have that shit straightened right the hell out for weekend 2. Weekend 2 rolls along. Patch notes. Fix the party issue. Don't worry about it, guys. We got your back. You're under control. It wasn't fixed. Some people didn't have the issue. I was partying up with CSN Ripley a couple times with her as host, and we were able to get into matches consistently. Boom, 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 boom. Everybody else that I partied up with, whether I was host or somebody else was hosting, we had the same issue. After we completed a match, we'd have to back all the way out to the main menu. Not just back out and research for a match. No! Nothing that easy. All the way back out to the very opening menu. Reconnect to the online service. And then go back in, recreate the party, and play again from there. That kind of thing is unacceptable. Yes. Oh, yeah, but Bass, it's still the beta. You're right. It is still the beta, but that was a major issue in weekend one. They promised us they had it fixed for weekend two. It wasn't, and then we heard nothing else about it for the rest of the entire weekend two. It was like, forget it. Okay, that's my biggest complaint with Infinity Ward right now. To get into gameplay, the game, everything. I really enjoyed the graphics. I think it looked really, really good. Once I had somebody tell me to turn my brightness down. All my other CODs I played, I had to turn brightness up, so I automatically did it at the beginning this time. Once I lowered the brightness down, the colors just popped. Absolutely wonderful, wonderful graphics. The movement, I have no issues with the movement. I think the movement feels good. No, it's not advanced movement. It's not made to feel like advanced movement without the boost jumping. It is a boots on the ground type of movement. You still have the slide, the mounting aspect of it. I could take or leave. Very, very rarely do I ever use the mounting aspect of it, but maybe I'll start to as I become more comfortable with it. I don't know. But to me, that's a camper's crutch. So I don't know how often I'll be using that. Overall, the sounds, the sights, the aesthetics of the maps were all really, really good. Really enjoyed all of it. What I didn't like was the way the community decided to play this game. This game was designed for strategic play, I will give you that. But some people need to learn the difference in strategic play and camping in a fucking corner or all the way in the back of your spawn, laying down, aim down sights, mounted on a head glitch, whatever you were doing. That's not tactical play. That's not strategic play. That is camping. This game was designed, in my opinion, for slower movement, but to be slowly, not periodically, but methodically working your way around the map. Another big complaint I have, the spawn systems, I think are absolute want. You can get spawn trapped so easily. There were times that there were three, not one, not two, but three enemies in our spawn, and it would still spawn us right there with them. This is in weekend two, even though they said the spawns were fixed. They're not fixed. The spawns still need serious, serious work, in my opinion. Now, guys, keep in mind, this is you all know I'm not a professional gamer or anything like that. This is the opinion of your average gamer. The majority of the people that will be on this game are going to be your average gamers. You've got your 1% up here, your 1% quote unquote elite, sweat motherfuckers that want to be MLG but aren't good enough to make it, so they run pubs all day long and want to make it look like they're better than they are. And then you've got 1% over here that is extreme campers, and then you have the 98% of the rest of us. And that's the viewpoint. I'm looking at the 98% viewpoint in my mind. And speaking of spawns, the spawn delay to get back into a TDM, a non-objective based game mode, why is there a spawn delay? There's no point, because all that does is allow for the enemy to push into the spawn while you're waiting to respawn. Okay, you get killed, this game says, okay, I'm going to spawn you here because there's nobody here. But the 3 seconds it takes for you to go through the animation of seeing the map and flying down and dropping in, that 3 seconds, that enemy that was way over here has now had time to work his way over to where he knows you're going to spawn. And he's sitting there aiming down sight, waiting for you to spawn in. You take a step, boom, you're dead. There's no spawn. Thank you. Weapons. overall, I really, really like the weapons. I don't like the fact that virtually every attachment that you put on a weapon is going to decrease your ADS and decrease your movement speed and shit like that. I mean, that's again, that is just promoting for people not to move. Well, if I put a sight on my gun, I should be able to shoot better, but now it's going to take me another half a second to get the gun up in shooting position, and it's just not cool. And the more attachments you put on the gun, the longer the ADS is. Quit now, and all that shit. So I don't like the way I like the gunsmith part of it. I don't like how they made it so punishing to put an attachment on your freaking gun. That's attachments are supposed to make a gun better, and pretty much all it does is slow you down and make the gun worse for any kind of mobility. One thing I am concerned about is, I wouldn't say concerned, but just I would say more curious to see how it's going to work out and play out, is during weekend one of the beta, I actually posted a screenshot of it on Twitter. I unlocked a supply drop. I believe it was called a supply drop, something to that effect. I unlocked it, but it didn't show me a picture of it, didn't do anything to that effect. So we already know there's going to be some type of supply drop system put into the game. I'm really curious to see how it's going to work out. See if it's going to be something more like a World War II supply drop system, which in my opinion was an absolutely wonderful way to do the supply drop system. You could, if you wanted to waste a whole bunch of money, buy your supply drops. Or you could earn them organically just by playing the game, doing little challenges here, little challenges there, randomly getting them from gameplay. At the end of the game, it would randomly give 1, 2, or 3 out. It was really easy to accumulate supply drops. Hopefully they will do something to that effect in this one and not do a traditional Activision / Treyarch kind of supply drop system where it's all garbage in the supply drops, and if you want anything good, you're going to have to actually pay cold hard money for it. I spent $100 on this game to begin with, and I'm going to tell you, I'm already regretting that decision. For as little as I enjoyed the multiplayer games, other than the 2v2, I feel that I just wasted $100. If I'd have known it was going to be like this, if I knew that I was going to feel this uninspired by this game, I would have never bought it. But it is what it is. Is the 2v2 mode worth $100? No. No, not at all. But what's done is done. I guess my overall opinion on the game, if I were to give it a ranking from 1 to 10, traditional 1 to 10, of course 10 being highest, 1 being absolute horse jizz, I can only give this game a 5. And that's including the 2v2. If it didn't have the 2v2, I'd give this game a 3. There was no happy medium in the beta. Either it was a lobby full of CLW wannabe reject sweats, or it was a lobby full of I'm going to sit back here with my thumb up my ass campers. I'm not one to sit here and say, oh, this is the end of Call of Duty. The franchise is dead. No. Is it dead this year? To me, yeah, this game is pretty dead. It's hopefully when launch comes, they do a lot of tweaking and a lot of changing and make it better, kind of like the World War II Division overhaul. But if they're going to, they need to do it before launch. Otherwise, this game is going to tank. I have heard so many people talking about they've already canceled pre-orders because this game is just it's not enjoyable for the grind factor that we Call of Duty players like to do. I mean, most people that play Call of Duty sit and play for hours at a time. When you have the opportunity to sit down, it's not like, oh, I'm going to jump on and play a game or two and get off. No, usually it's 1, 2, 3, but sometimes 4 hours. And with, folks like me, hell, there's times I play 6, 7, 8 hours in a row. This game just does not have that keep me here factor. I will be playing it. I will be streaming it sometimes, but it's going to be added into a rotation. It's not going to be the main game on the channel this year. I just can't foresee that happening. And let's see. Anyway, guys, I'm done rambling here. I love you all. Thank you so much for the support. Do me that favor. Drop a like on today's video. Sub up if you're new. And until the next time, I am Bassmanian Devil reminding you, you can't catch anything unless you get your bait wet. You guys have a wonderful evening.